A Houston family and civil rights activists are outraged at the reinstatement of 4 HPD officers who were fired over the death of Nicholas Chavez. An arbitrator ruled yesterday the officers should get their jobs back with back pay. Anieli Ruiz joins us live with what activists are now asking the federal government to do. Anieli?
Well, that's right. Today, the Greater Houston Coalition for Justice condemning that decision made yesterday, and they're asking the U.S. Justice Department to step in and investigate.
This one's for you, son.
A heartbroken father is demanding justice for the death of his 27-year-old son, Nicolas Chavez.
They killed a man, a father, a son, without any regard. 2 years later, they get their job back.
Nicolas was shot and killed by 4 Houston police officers back in April of 2020 after authorities say Nicolas was holding a piece of rebar and then grabbed a taser that had already been discharged of both cartridges. And in 2020, former police chief Chavez fired the officers.
The discharge of those 21 shots by those 4 members of the Houston Police Department are not objectively reasonable.
But the officers appealed that decision, and an independent arbitrator sided with them, determining there wasn't proof that they violated policies. Chief Finner Monday saying he respected their decision, but didn't necessarily agree.
There was evidence of policy violations.
That is why the activists and family members are confused and can't really understand the decision made by the arbitrator.
If they were doing policy, why is there a need to retrain them? Why? Because they were not following policy. And that's why Chief Acevedo fired them.
The work continues for this heartbroken father as he pursues the fight for justice he says his son deserves.
It's senseless to have them back in uniform doing a job that they failed at in the first place.
In a statement, Fiel issued questions and recommendations based on the community response for this case. They asked for accountability and transparency. They also want to know what changes will be made to ensure these situations don't reoccur. They say the community can't trust these officers and ask that the officers are no longer patrolling, and also asking local, county, and state officials to provide families with access to mental health services. Now, the Greater Houston Coalition for Justice has also asked the U.S. Attorney's Office to investigate. And by the way, tomorrow they do have a protest planned in front of HPD headquarters at 5 p.m. Reporting live, Anieli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
Yeah, clearly the reinstatement of the officers not the end of the story. Anieli, thank you for the report.